I have been burnt out so much lately, and a lot of it has to do with YouTube. But not in the way you think. I haven't built anything lately that I'm proud of. You know that feeling that you get whenever you build something that's challenging, and you stand back and you look at it and you're like, I'm glad I went through that. I haven't done that lately. I've gone from building just for the joy of building, to building for a business, and then to, well, building for an algorithm. My projects have helped a lot of people, especially a lot of beginners, but I have just missed the challenge. I missed that moment, that final moment. And there's a point where a passionate hobby can quickly become something else entirely. For me, that's when woodworking turned into a business and then eventually a channel. But one day, I went antiquing, and I bought some stuff. And so I came home with these tools that I had bought from the antique store, and I actually stumbled upon a dream buried beneath layers of sawdust and obligation. That's right, your boy started scripting. And I found myself literally hand planing one piece of wood for hours, just loving the experience, but I was chasing my workbench across the shop. It could not handle the work that I was doing. And so then I realized, I got to build something stronger. I got to build something heavier. so I decided I have to build something that would, one, be a challenge, but also help to rekindle that passion that I used to have in woodworking. And what better way to do that than to build a Nicholson style or a Nicholson style workbench. Which is a symbol of simpler times when woodworking was simple and challenging. And I've got to tell you, somebody who has more of a power tool based background, using hand tools is an entirely different experience, and it's much, much more fulfilling. I'm not going to go all hand tools by any means, but I am going to try to use them more. So to make this joint right here, I'm going to use a process called draw boring. And what that is, I have my holes already in my mortise where my dowels are going to come through. I'm going to take my drill bit, and I'm going to make a mark on the tenon. Just a couple of light taps. So when I take the legs back off and I drill my holes on my tenon, I'm going to drill the holes 1/16 of an inch closer to the shoulder than where the mark is. And what that's going to do, when I drive the dowel through this hole and through the other hole that's in the tenon, it's going to pull that joint forward and really tighten up this joint right here. I can honestly say that this workbench has done so much more than just provide a sturdy area for me to work in. It's done a lot to restore the joy and the challenge that I used to feel when I got started into the woodworking as a hobby. And man, this was a fun project to build. And I'm willing to bet that even if you're a beginner, you would love doing this project. Hold the phone for like 2 seconds. I have a set of plans available for this on my website. It is for sale for $11.95. It's an entire set of instructions as well as very, very detailed drawings. The plans will be linked below, and it is a great way to support the channel, especially if you like the content. So this is a very, very versatile bench in that it will hold the material without requiring a vise. Now you can add a vise to this. I built this without a vise for the time being. I plan on adding one in the future, but I really don't need one right now. These will be linked in the description below. I found these bench dogs on Amazon for actually pretty cheap, and they're working pretty well. To show you an example of how versatile it is, if I want to work on this piece of wood, I can elevate it and hold it on the side using these hold fast. It's not going anywhere, and I can do whatever work I need to do on this surface. Be it planing, you can use your domino joiner if you have that. You could do your routing, rabbiting, whatever you have to do. This holds it in place on the side and on the top. It's not going anywhere. And so these are just a couple examples of how versatile this bench really is. Now the wall behind me is desperately empty. I've got to make holders for all these tools, so I'm going to challenge myself in upcoming videos to try to make as much as possible with hand tools. I am not going completely hand tools. That's not what this channel is, but I do want to challenge myself. And I would like to challenge you. Get the plans for this or just watch the video and figure it out for yourself. Try to build something like this. This was a great, great project, and believe it or not, you can accomplish this as a beginner woodworker. If you have the basic tools, table saw, planer, things like that, there's nothing stopping you from building something like this. There is a link to a video here, or maybe in the cards, they'll pop up. Check out the last video where I'll show you how to make money in this upcoming season. That's going to be a very big one for a lot of woodworkers that want to save money to buy tools. Check out the link in the description, get the plans, and make something that you're proud of.